replacing the bushings for the final drive torque link. I've got about 83,000 miles on my R1150GS, and some of that has been some fairly tough off-road, and I've got a little bit of play in that, and so I ordered some new bushings, which I'll show you here. These are the new bushings, and I'll show you the play in the final drive torque link. As you can see, or maybe you can't see, but at the front end there's play, which allows the final drive to move. And so we're going to replace those bushings and see if we can tighten that up. So the first thing I'm going to do is loosen up the crash bar and remove this foot peg, because the bolt I need to get to is right back here, right behind that foot peg. So on the GS model, looks like I've got to remove all this. So I'm going to do that first. Before I forget, this is an 8mm. Is a 6 for this and for this. And this sometimes can be a booger to get it lined back up again. So you need to know that ahead of time. And it looks like it's probably going to give us just enough room to be able to get in to that hex head there, which again is this one is an 8 also. Not sure about the back side, but I'll put a wrench on that one. I'm not sure what size it is. And I doubt if this has ever been off of here before in the 83,000 miles and 26 years since this bike was built. A little penetrating oil might have been smart. Probably see this bolt is a little rusted. Now, take it loose at the other end. So this one is a 16mm bolt, and the nut on the back side is also 16. So here is the old front bushing. So you can see where that play was coming from. Okay, so here is the final drive. Torque strap, you can see it looks like it's in good shape. I cleaned it all up. The old bushing that was in there, the metal sleeve, it had been so loose that it mushroomed out and around these edges. So it was a booger to get out of there. So here it is, pressed in. And so now I'm going to refit this. Putting the torque link, final drive torque link in there. And as you can maybe see, this doesn't line up because of the final drive twisting or rotating. So anyway, we'll get this one started and then we'll move the final drive forward and see if we can't put the bolt through there. Okay, so now 43 Newton meters is what we want to tighten both the front and the rear bolts. Okay, I'm going to tighten these back up. I'm going to go down to 22 Newton meters. Let's see. I'm going to tighten the foot peg bolts. If we can. Shouldn't have any rotation in the. There you go. The drive does not rotate at all. Okay, so I think that's a wrap. And anyway, this video is just kind of informational, I guess. I'm not a mechanic and work on my own bike, use the climber manual, but anyway, so I just wanted to show you the play and the final drive that I had from that bushing being worn out and how to replace. It's fairly simple. Takes a little while, but it's fairly simple to do. Replace that bushing on that final drive torque link.